Once you make the basic teddy bear nose, you'll be able to make many noses. To make a teddy bear nose, you need a pair of scissors, craft needle, a loom hook, the pink 26-inch peg Knifty Knitter long loom, and a loom clip, and you need yarn. The Knifty Knitter products are available on the internet.
We are making a nose for a teddy bear, and I've gone 3.5 times around, and we're ready to make the first decrease, and so that's where we'll start. And so we'll go around those pegs and bring it over, and then we're going to move this clip, the insert peg, up to this next one. Tighten this. That's the first row of the decrease, and then we're ready to go around to make the second row of that decrease. As you go by, you notice that tail from the beginning is ready to be put in the third row so that it can be incorporated. This is the tail we started out with, the end of the yarn, and each row I bring it in, and then the third row I just bring it up through the groove, so down and bring the tail up through the groove. That's the second time. You keep wrapping it around and around, and that's the third time. You need at least 3 times to make sure the knot's there, and it's better to do 4 or 5. It looks like I probably can get 4 there. Okay, and that's ready. Now when we go across again and bring this over, that'll be on the inside, so we don't have to worry about cutting it off or anything. Okay, we're ready now for the second row, and we do that. Whoops, I went too far. We do that by bringing this on this peg that's still extended, and bring it back so there's a double row right there, double loop, and we do that on both sides, and we leave that double loop and just bring the double over the single. And so we take the double loop now over the single. This one on this end doesn't need to be double over single because it was already decreased on that first row. And now we're going double row across there, and that decreases that first decrease. We'll do that 3 times. We're going to do 1 more row across there before we do the next one. And then the last decrease, there won't be a row between the 2 decreases. And then we'll be ready for the nose, and so I'll come back when we tie that black on to make the nose. Okay, this is the last or third decrease, the end of it, and I came back. I've already tied the black on. You'll notice I leave a little leeway on each side of the square knot because I incorporate that into the peg on each side. Okay, the next thing we're going to do now is bring these second ones in, so there's the double loop there on this third decrease. And that leaves us now to where we have just 2 pegs on each side, so the 6 pegs. And now we're bringing the double loop over the single, and then on the end that's already been decreased, we bring it across, then the double over the single again. Now when you're doing this, sometimes you have to go down and just kind of push this down in, and I've already had to do that a couple of times in getting all 3 of those together as close as they are. Now we'll go around this peg, the knots between the 2 pegs, so the white tail will come back and the black tail will go on to the next one. I always go a few beyond just to keep it tight before I incorporate those tails. Now I can come back and I can incorporate those two tails. The white will come back to the peg that we crossed that still has white on it. And we're going to go around 3, 4, or 5 times back through the groove again, bringing that up through the groove so that ties kind of a knot there. And then tighten, and when this goes back it'll be on the inside. Now we'll do the black one, and we're incorporating it the same way, up through the groove at least 3 times, and preferably 4 or 5 times. That ties the knot and keeps it from slipping. And you can do more, but that's plenty. And just be aware that now if this comes out on this side, as it comes back across, it'll hide that. Okay, now we can go right on around. You'll notice that I'm going all the way around. That you can do because every one of these pegs is a curve. Okay, that one kind of looks like it's double because it has those other things on it. But you bring that across and that leaves those tails on the inside. Now I got the one more there to put over that we went all the way around on. We'll go all the way around one more time, and then we'll cut the black off and tie it off. You don't need too much black for the nose. I'm not going to quite go all the way around because we're going to start putting the cinch cord in. But I can still do those. And this last one down here too. Okay, now we'll cut the black because we're going to be cinching that down. We don't need any more than to just go all the way around, so we don't need a lot of black left over. Anyway, we're going to now do the cinch cord, so down and back up. That's the first one. I like to do that one because these end ones are a little harder to get that up through. Okay, that one's up through. Up through the groove, around behind, up through the groove, and around behind. This will be the last one going all the way around, but since I like to go through twice, we're going to go through this one. And now we've got that cinch cord ready, we can just go through and take it all off. You do have to make sure the cinch cord's through everything or else it won't work. And now you'll see this that we folded under there makes that nose so that this can be the bottom part of the nose, and then we can just cinch this up, and that leaves you the nose. Then we'll come back and put that on the teddy bear.
There can be many variations of the basic teddy bear nose. This, for example, is the only decrease to make it a pig snout. Inside the finished flat nose end, I inserted a pill bottle section. Various wide end noses like a hippo or a moose may not need any plastic insert. The pig nose or snout without stuffing or nostrils looks like this.
I make this little teddy bear into a little mouse or a deer or something like that with this nose, or do I make him a little pig with this nose? And my wife told me it should be a pig, so that's what we're going to do. And so I need to take this cord. This is the one that came in the top, and I took it down, and now I've brought it over to the middle so we can use it to put this on. And so I'm going to thread the needle. That's how you thread the needle. You just make a little loop and poke it through the head of the needle. Now a crafter's needle usually is blue or a colored one, but I like the metal ones better, and so that's what we're going to use. Okay, I'm going to go to the bottom, and this is the little gather I made right here, so this is going to be the bottom, and so I'm going to go around that and bring it in, cinch it in. And then I'm going to go through the bottom here again. That simply ties it both ways. And then I'm going to go from one place to another place up here in the pig snout. Cinch that up, and then I'm going to go back down again to the white here and go through a couple of yarn loops, and then I'll come back up and go a little bit further in the pig's snout top, and this is the same way you put all of them on. Go down through a couple of loops down here again, and then back up and advance across the pig snout a little ways. And kind of keep it taut as we go. Back down to the head itself, and then back up to the snout and go a little ways, and then back down to the head. Like we're just about through. Tighten it down. And now we can tie it off by just going around and around making a knot. Okay, there's the snout. We need to put the ears and the eyes in now, and that'll be a little pig.
I wish to especially thank Miriam, my wife, and Marcia, who were very helpful.